here. Ben, as you see, has 1 star on his side. Dark Magician has 2 shaded stars, which means no wins. And we're underway as Ben does a spin jump and ducks in the air. Very nicely done. Dark Magician, in the meantime, does his own spin jump and faces left.
Actually, yeah, I didn't even notice that in the first race, but Dark Magician's running on the English version of the game, which, I guess in this category, well, in this category, it loses about 2 and a bit seconds. But it does give you, if he loses cape in Morton's, it allows him to grab a cape back in Vanilla Dome 1, because the US version has an extra cape. So potentially we could see that work to his advantage.
We actually have seen that cape already once this evening as well. Classic James lost his cape at one point and actually went for what we call the Freedom Cape in Vanilla Dome 1 already this evening.
And Ben did get a 361 on the timer, so if he wants to save time with that, he will need to get a shell jump. Otherwise it's worthless.
So we're going to go for a 259 this stage, or if you're W. Carrick, he'd like to see a 258.
I don't think we'll be seeing 258s. I think they've already run enough of the brown platforms to get that 59.
They're on good pace. They're on good pace.
They know what they're doing.
Oh, we'll take that back. W. Carrick will be very happy with Dark Magician too.
That looked like the first frame of 258.
It was. It literally was. So now we're moving into Yoshi's Island 4. You may notice that we didn't have a Yoshi's Island 1. That's because that's the stage to the left, for those of you not familiar with the layout of the map. And that leads to a yellow switch house that we don't need because it's slow. So we're not going to do that.
But what if you get hit and you need a mushroom and you happen to be in the stage with the yellow blocks?
Blah.
And Dark Magician, unfortunately, falling in the water an extra time there. Losing a couple of game seconds on Ben. So already more of a lead than you'd like to see in World 1.
Yeah, in World 1 you want to keep it very close. This is a couple seconds lead, and that, while it's not a lot of time, it is still a lead. You don't like to go into World 2 behind. So we're going through the pressure room right now. Not really a lot to talk about in this room, which is why I wasn't really talking a lot. I believe there was an enemy on this Koopa shell, but I don't think we got to see it. Ben gets a 241, Dark Magician gets a 239, so Dark Magician lost another couple of game seconds on this level. So that's about a 4 game second deficit at this point. In real time, maybe about 3-4 seconds there. And the first castle has been destroyed. Okay, and both runners are going to grab their cape now. They're going to try to maintain P-speed. Ben seemed to lose it.
He messed up his... He had his flight meter a bit wrong, so he ended up going into flight immediately after grabbing the cape. Just had to run and regain P-speed after that.
Yeah, I didn't lose too much time. See, I think you only lost about a second or so there. We're going to see whether you grab the keys. We have 360. We have 361. So yeah, lost a second.
Definitely not a big time loss, but it's one of those things that it's a little annoying.
Yeah, that's a very, very accurate spot to go for those kinds of jumps. So very tricky jump to pull off when you're first doing it, if you're trying to learn to speedrun, that can be a tough jump to learn to pull off. But once you get it, it's one of those jumps you generally get most of the time. Ooh, that pipe changed color, interestingly enough.
Yeah, it does that if you fly high enough. And if you fly to the right, if you fly like super high, the whole pipe changes. But then if you like fly only high enough that some of it goes off screen, or like it goes a certain distance off screen, then you can end up with the multicolored pipe, which is pretty neat.
Yeah, that's what we just had there.
If you're doing that room as fast as possible, you won't go high enough to have the color change though.
So now the runners are both in the ghost house. This ghost house is known for having an extra floor above it on the first room to lead to a secret area that you can just use whenever you want to refill your items. Of course, our runners don't need that. They just know exactly where everything they need is. Plus, it'd be slow to come back and use it.
I did actually see someone ages ago who'd unlocked top secret area on No Star World Run, so he had somewhere to go back for power-ups. Which it's so slow. You're doing a whole extra exit when really you can just like walk back to DP1 for a cape.
Lost my cape on Chocolate. I better go back to Donut Plains.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we won't stop from doing that. But yeah, it is a lot slower having to go all the way back. Especially when you can't walk through the Star World.
Yeah, overworld time adds up quickly.
So we're now in the second of our auto flyer stages in a row here, where we're just gonna fly over. I swear there's a stage under Dark Magician. Ben's at least showing us a little of it.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a hammer bro there.
Saw his cap there, and didn't see much else of him. Oh, look, flying Goombas. It's raining Goombas today.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And we're done the stage.
Yeah, Ben with a lead of about 8 seconds, I think. And both of them are moving into Morton Fly. So I know last time Ben didn't grab the spring and Dark Magician did, so this could be a good place for DM to save back a bit of time.
Let's see if Ben actually grabs the spring this time too.
It looked like he wasn't attempting it last time. If I was interpreting his... Yeah, he's not going for it at all.
Either. And losing some time here, but he's not too worried about that because he's going to have to wait for the platform up here anyway, so not really any time lost at all there. But this is where grabbing the spring would make sense because you can just bounce off. Maybe he's had some trouble with that spring before, we don't know that. If that's the case, that would explain why he doesn't go for it.
And DM, pretty much the same as the last race, taking it fairly safe with that spring, but still saving a bit of time on Ben.
So still a close race at this point, which we kind of expect at this point. So we're going to see if it stays that way. I'm hoping it stays to be a really good race here.
And the difference of about 3 seconds between them now.
Now Ben, I understand, is playing on actual hardware. It looks like his he has a bit of a sunset on his screen in the upper right corner.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's his console or his capture card. Either way, something's a little messed up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's an interesting color.
There are 7 moons in this game, 1 in each of the numbered worlds.
And here we are. Ooh. We're on. Ben got. Ooh, that's a bit of a time loss for Dark Magician right there. But he got up, so he's good. Just a few seconds.
Yeah, that's I think about 10 game seconds, so somewhere maybe 7 real seconds, if I had to guess.
I think Dark Magician is using custom audio. I know he's playing on emulator, so it sounds like he might have some custom audio here.
Don't think so.
I just noticed it on the keyhole.
No, I think it... Okay, I think it's just that he's only got right channel audio.
Okay, that might make
Or
sense.
left
then.
channel or something. In that case, it's unlikely that he's playing on emulator.
Yeah, it may just be an issue with the temporary issue with his audio. It was probably fine earlier, now just we're not sure. So we're going to switch over to Ben's audio here, and that's perfectly fine. We'll use that instead. And
Yeah,
both
DM's
runners are
confirmed
flying. Both runners are just flying. You know, they're flying endlessly, and there's nothing to do here. Just fly. Oh, there's a stage down there.
Yeah, Dark did have a bit of trouble getting flight at the beginning. Lost him a bit of time. Missed the quick takeoff before the Koopas.
Okay, welcome to the Yoshi Buffet. Why is it the Yoshi Buffet? Because Yoshi can eat dolphins in the Japanese version of the game. Of course, I think we said Dark Magician's playing on the US.
That is correct.
Which means his Yoshi can't eat dolphins. Don't ask.
Yeah.
We don't understand. Probably
you can tell it's the English version because the level names aren't written in anime.
Yes. Also, you notice that Dark Magician has 24 stars on a screen right now. That number in the middle represents stars. You're going to find the runners are not going to be collecting the 100 stars here. And the reason for this is because if you get 100 stars by some weird twist of fate, you have to play this super, super slow minigame that just takes a lot of time. And then if you end up accidentally matching something on this super, super slow minigame, you have to wait for these super, super slow one-ups to come out of a pipe. And, you know, by the time it's all said and done, you can lose, like, an eternity. You might as well just give up the race at that point. So they're not going to be getting the 100 stars.
I don't think I'd ever give up a race just because I got a bonus game.
Maybe the required bonus game category can be in there somewhere.
Oh, it's pretty quick. You just play YI2 a few times and then get a bonus game like that.
Yep.
Oh, Ben not getting Thwomp. I didn't even think he attempted Thwomp Boss. I didn't hear a cape spin. And Dark Magician, he got it last race. I reckon he'll attempt it again.
Didn't get it.
Misses it though. I think he timed it right, but there's a 50-50 chance you'll get it. Even if you do it, even if you time the cape spin perfectly.
In the meantime, Ben is done with Reznor, and Dark Magician is about to be done with Reznor.
Yeah.
Damage.
Ooh, that was just
costly.
That was an unfortunately placed fireball for him. And looks like he'll be going into Butterbridge 1 without a cape. Shouldn't be an issue.
Another one. Yeah, I'll just have to grab another one while he's here. By the way, speaking of Butterbridge 1, ladies and gentlemen, please get your resident sleepers in chat. I'll take a nap and catch up with you in 2 minutes here because that's when we'll be done this stage. Anyway, joking aside, just as some runners do like to use some kind of a swag to go flying in this stage, I never like to recommend it because, you know, it's just dangerous in case you run into a Koopa and then you just plummet to your death. So
it's fine if you just fly like near the top of the screen, but we saw Dabs earlier flying relatively low, like around the middle of the screen, and he did cape cancel into a Koopa and fall off the bottom of the level. So yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, if you're gonna be swag, you have to swag responsibly. So Ben doesn't have to waste time down here grabbing a cape. Dark Magician is going to waste time down there grabbing a cape.
I'd hardly say it's wasting time. It's one power-up transition and that's it.
Exactly. It's one wasted frame. It's a wasted frame. Almost like the Save the Animals question in Super Metroid. No shell, so no swag blind. And Ben has finished the level, so we're gonna get to see more flying.
Hooray. That's definitely why I'm here.
And flying, flying, lots of flying. Yay, lots of flying. Look at that beautiful sky. All those flying Koopas just flying over and flying with the Koopas. What a wonderful, wonderful. Oh, look, I love.
Now Ben's moving on to Castle 4. Didn't have any trouble through here last time. Believe he'll be switching to fire in Rune 2, which is technically slower, but it's arguably safer. Depends if you're confident with the no cape strat there.
Yeah, it's basically your runner choice thing. You either feel comfortable doing the jumps with the cape or you don't. And if you don't, it's worth the switch.
Yeah, I think Ben actually missed the fire flower there. Might have not hit select properly or something when he was initially trying to drop it. And Dark Magician going for fast flying strats through here.
And nice climb by Ben as well.
Yeah, nice room from Dark Magician.
So Ben
looks like his cage room's going a bit better than last time.
Ben finishing with a 242. I think Dark Magician missed a jump there. Has to wait for that
Koopa's
Koopa.
gone to the left. That's pretty rude of him.
He is using the Firefly for the quick kill, and it's a few more. Give you a few seconds lost here, waiting for Ludwig to fade in the background. And the rocket ship castle has launched.
I'll be interested in seeing what happens in Forest, because I know last time we had some issues with clip from just about everyone. I don't think we'll see a winged attempt from Ben.
Yeah, we did have 3 runners in the last race, including Ben and Dark Magician. Among those 3, having trouble with the clip, it gave Classic James a chance to catch up and make up some time on all 3 of them. Even though there are one-on-one matches, he basically made up time on the entire field. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that stage comes into play on this particular attempt.
Yeah, Ben definitely not going for the wings.
Yeah, Ben not going for it. Dark Magician may to save time. I don't know if he normally does.
I don't think he will.
Or he'll just fall in the pit. What? That's another option.
Oh, okay. That was unexpected. Dark Magician messing up his flight a little bit, going right into that pit, and unfortunately, that's
Hey, he was
trying to start select
out. He tried
to
start select out, and he couldn't because he hasn't completed the stage. So we'll let him go back and get Yoshi later.
That's a very unfortunate place to die. And Ben has already given up on clip.
So we've
going the very slow way through Forest 2.
I've come to a conclusion as to whether Dark Magician will attempt the wings. He will not attempt the wings.
I don't think he would have anyway. But it's not happening now. I think we'll see him go back for Yoshi. He's still gonna go for that clip.
He's gonna go for the clip. I don't know if it would actually save time at this point to just go through the level normally. I think it might still be a little quicker, which is why he's going back for the Yoshi.
I think technically it would be quicker to just do the level normally, but you have to know how to do the level fast normally. And I don't know how to do that. No one knows how to do that. Yeah, except people that run Lunar Dragon.
Yeah, this level is a really slow level even for casual players. When I was playing casually, I would always find myself working with a timer going in fast speed. So it's a very, very slow level to go through.
Okay, Dark Magician losing the cycle, but still getting the clip, and actually keeping the block this time.
We're getting statistics in chat. Apparently, even in that scenario, a first try clip would save 5 seconds. Dark Magician almost missed the key. Does eventually get it so he can continue swimming with it, but lost about a second or two going after it. So Ben has a bit of a comfortable lead right now, but of course anything can change going up to Bowser. So we'll see what happens here. For all we know, he could. We should probably praise everything he's been doing because Commentator's Curse has a funny way of working, and he could eventually die in Roy's Castle, and Dark Magician's right back in the.
I definitely wouldn't advise. No. Okay, I think what happened there was the Dark Magician may have thought he was entering Roy's Castle, and then was just mashing at the beginning of the level. I'm going to assume that's what happened, because otherwise that just doesn't make sense, just spinning a cape for a while.
Oops. And Ben safely makes it through Roy's Castle. Thankfully, I did not Commentary curse him somehow. As he gets the quick kill, and the Fire Flower is no longer a concern for Ben, as he can choose to get a backup cape if he chooses to.
Yeah, Dark Magician now entering Roy's Castle. Hopefully has no issues here.
And launch!
Ooh! Just pulling up a little late of a dive bomb.
That would be an issue.
Yeah, that's... Oh, he's re-entering the level as well, not going back for a cape.
He might just be doing it the slow way.
So I guess...
No,
I think he realized and
he's capeless.
Yeah. And he'll be going back to FOI1 most likely.
At the level he started running, is like, oh, wait a second, something's wrong.
Okay, no, Butterbridge 2 for the cape. I think
I'm not sure which is actually faster.
I think they're about the same, but if you need to go back again, then FOI1 is better because you can get the midway.
Yeah, and you can take the option of getting the second cape in case you're having real trouble with it, and once in a while, runners are going to have real trouble with it and have to go back every single time. So, from that perspective, it almost makes sense to go ahead and get the second cape and just take the loss that you would do on the few seconds you would lose on the actual boss fight, just to make sure you have the extra cape. You can save time, not have to go back repeatedly. So that's something to consider for players who are new to the run and new to doing the Roy flight and want to have more opportunity to practice it without having to waste too much time in a race or on a run. That's a way to do it. Get 2 capes for that castle.
Thankfully, Dark Magician didn't have any problems getting through Roy the second time.
Round 2 was successful.
Yep, good Ghost House coming out from Ben. Should have Doorfly.
So Ben is a full 2 stages away as Dark Magician, or ahead rather, as Dark Magician causes another castle to explode in Mario's face.
Yeah, 2 full stages and most of the cutscenes. Definitely not an easy lead to come or an easy deficit to come back from. There'll need to be some sort of a major mistake, or maybe multiple major mistakes on Ben's part for Dark Magician to recover.
I mean, it is possible for Dark Magician to get back in the race. It might take a very unfortunate circumstance, but it's possible.
Oh, yeah.
Like death on the last phase of Bowser.
Oh, Dark Magician missing that pipe fly.
Yeah, misses it.
Oh, he's just standing around. Drop the spring. So you can actually just... Interesting.
That's very slow. I don't recommend that.
I think he may just be messing around at this point.
Yeah, he might be goofing around. He might be... I'm curious if he's conceding. Let me just check this. No, he hasn't conceded. He's just still playing. He's still racing.
He has a Yoshi now.
He is. I think he's goofing around at this point.
I get the impression he might not be taking this run entirely seriously anymore.
Not anymore, not anymore.
He is grabbing the backup cape though, so that's always a good thing.
But hey, you gotta have fun, right?
And Ben getting through Chocolate Secret with no issues. Well, shouldn't say that too soon. Ben getting through Chocolate Secret with no issues.
Yeah, you don't want to curse him.
Yeah, I definitely have seen people scrape on that last bit of the sandbar thing and fall into the lava. And by people, I mean me.
What do you mean? That never happens. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So Ben successfully completes the first flight inside Wendy's castle.
Yep, good crash skip there.
Seems to be having no issues. Nice skip on the last crusher.
Yeah, he actually wall clipped on that, which is not quite what you want, but it works out. Oh, okay, Dark Magician definitely not taking this seriously.
Yeah, he's definitely fooling around.
He is heading to the cape room.
He is definitely fooling around.
He already has a cape and he's heading to the cape room.
Did he already have 2 capes?
Yep.
So he just wanted a 3rd cape, I guess, which unfortunately...
Oh yeah, you gotta get those 1,000 points.
And now he's just flipping the capes around. He just flung the key around.
So getting that cape was actually getting that extra 1,000 points was actually for score manipulation for Ghost Ship. That way he can save some frames if he has a good score in Ghost Ship. Oh dear, that's unfortunate.
Where was that 3rd cape he picked up?
Oh, he entered that level not realizing he had no cape.
Or he realized it and he's just doing it on purpose. Nope, this time he's doing it properly.
It's very easy to just hold run and right entering that stage, and if you forget what stage it is...
Oh, and he got spiked!
That was a very rude football.
That's a field goal for the Charging Chuck. 3-0 for the Koopa Fit team. And he's just taken the death, and I'm going to take a wild guess here that he is conceding the run. Nope, he is not. He's still... I don't know what he's doing now, to be honest with you.
He did just game over.
And he's just sitting there, so,
Ooh, so Ben's actually taking a hit going through that,
Dark Magician, by the way, did type in chat, good game, Ben, so it looks like he might be conceding. He has not actually forfeit in the SRL channel yet, so we can't say, as far as we are concerned, until he does that, he is still racing. This also means that we're only going to get one opportunity to do this today, so we better make it count in this particular run. As Ben drops down to the bottom of the chamber of the ghost ship and gets...
Oh, he is...
And he knows that Dark Magician is giving up the run, so he's just playing around, basically trying to bait us with this orb.
You know, Ben, if you don't finish the run, you don't win.
Yeah. I think that's a tournament rule, right? I'm not an administrator. I couldn't.
I mean, I don't think you need to be an administrator to say you need to actually finish to win. So now we'll see how confident Ben is with no cape strats. Ooh, maybe not as confident as he hoped.
I would say not that confident.
Let's see how it goes the second attempt.
Round 2. Flight! That's a scary jump right there.
Not really as small Mario. It's you're pretty safe.
Yeah, small Mario's it's not that bad, but it's still scary to because if you miss just slightly, you're on the money.
definitely harder when you're Big Mario. So I'm not quite sure why Ben threw his block at the Chuck and then
because
and
why
then when
not?
he got another one, maybe he just really didn't like the Chuck.
I don't like Chucks either, to be honest with you. I think they're all that good, being good football players, but it's not about the football.
Actually, I think Ben was in a very similar situation last race. No cape heading through here. And really, if you're going to no cape that first room, there's no reason to get a mushroom at the end of VOB 1. Just loses you a power up transition.
By the way, I can now confirm the Dark Magician has now officially forfeited from the race, so we can mark that now.
Ooh, Ben dying to sandbar.
So now that Ben is officially the only runner still left in this race, the question is how much will he goof around in the final 3 stages here? Very nice run there. Ooh, didn't feel good about that, so stopped and took the safety gap.
He definitely could have made that. Not that it makes a difference at this point. It doesn't lose or save any time.
Now we're getting requests in chat for things Ben should do to make this race longer. I'm going to advise not doing that. We have a request for a yup at the Yellow Switch Palace, which we're not going to.
No, that's not happening. I'm not staying around for that.
No, I'm the same. I'm not. Okay, that's the first portion of the crusher is done. And a Poodaboo bounce. And now the hard crushers.
That's a nice crusher skip there. His no cape fort is actually significantly better than his caped fort.
Yeah, that was a very nice crusher room, I agree. Ooh, dodge that fireball. There we go. We are all set riding the circle of Reznor. And onward! And no cape, so we're going to get the small Bowser fight. Maybe with a couple of vegetables. This is a room that, on the restream, it's kind of hard to tell how he's doing in the room. You can just barely see the lava on the restream. It looks a lot, you can see a little bit more, I think, when you're actually looking at the game in your emulator, but on the restream it just seems very dark.
Depends on your TV and
yeah, it depends on the settings too.
But like,
and Ben's just goofing off, bouncing off of the clown car now because, you know, be a clown.
Ooh, he jumped right into that propeller.
Pro tip, propellers hurt. Don't jump into them. And he fires that Koopa at it, but unfortunately it does not make an impact. Which we knew.
Yeah,
Here,
really
Mario, eat your vegetables. And Ben noting what I said and denies the vegetables.
That may not be a wise move because, sure, it saves half a second or whatever the power-up transition is, but if he gets hit, he is dead, and he's already got hit once this fight.
Yeah, that's a long time to have to go on. So it shows his confidence in the final phase, though. All he has to do is keep this Mecha Koopa handy, and then wait for Bowser to throw one more, and that's a good game.
Reservosti.
Will he take an mushroom now? No, he gets to... The princess gets to lean over and gets a very small plumber.
And yeah, looks like
And
he gets
that's
that last hit successfully, finishing with a 35-27 on his timer.
35-26 was the official SRL time. So very, very nicely done. And there's a blushing baby Mario. And this means that Ben has officially won the race, won the series rather. Won the race and the series, 2-0 series. So we're going to have him in here for interviews. And we're going to have to ask Dark Magician about the little bit of goofing around he did when he was giving up the run at the end to see what that was about. But I think he was just having a little bit of fun. So we'll get them both in here if they want to join us.
And having a quick look at the bracket, it looks like Ben will be moving on to face the winner of Stu versus Dunkel Gothic.
And that race is coming up. I think we said that was a 5 o'clock race or somewhere in that area tomorrow. So that I definitely did see on the schedule for tomorrow. So stay tuned for that tomorrow to see who he will be facing. Speaking of which, both of them are in the chat with us right now. Good game, both of you.
Thank you very much. Wow, what an experience that was. I think I got sharked. That was an incredible performance. Very well done.
GG. First race was close. The second race was
Less
something.
close?
It was too close, I'll be honest. If I didn't hold my nerves together, I was so vulnerable tonight, I could have easily lost. But
You actually
wow,
were feeling
clips.
nervous about that one?
Clips, my goodness, I don't know what happened. I'm so consistent.
Those clips went so badly for 3 of you in that 4-way race.
I mean, going on the first time was pure tilt. I just kept missing it. It was a disaster. But the second time pretty much was out of respect for how well DM had been doing, and I wanted over the line. And I knew I could do the safe clip and still be tied and gain time later. So, yeah, like I say, GG. So
GG.
Well done.
Yeah, I just couldn't grab the ice block the first race. I tried 2 or 3 times. I said, "Screw it."
Yeah, you definitely would have been well ahead of Ben had you grabbed that. Because he went for the super slow clip at both races. I'm very disappointed.
Well, again, like I say, in any RTA, I would never consider it. If I would somehow time out, even at that point, I'm never going for it. But first time was out of pure tilt. Second time was, again, more out of respect. I knew I could go for it and just get over the line usually, rather than tilting my pants off. So
I want to... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ben. I wanted to ask Dark Magician quickly, what happened in that Forest of Illusion in that second?
I got thrown off. So, I mean,
it can possibly feel like quite an uphill struggle at that point as well. I don't blame you for just saying fair enough after Forest.
yeah, it wasn't so bad until I missed the Roy fly, and then it was just,
Oh,
why?
I think you did lose the one life in Forest of Illusion 1 as well. That actually got us by surprise because we don't see that very often, I don't think. But obviously, just slight misjumping, it can't happen. That's what happened. And it looked like you were thrown off a little bit right away because you went back in the level, you got the cape, and you tried to start select out of it without finishing it, which obviously didn't work.
Yeah, force of habit.
Yeah, muscle memory.
You see, it was sort of unfortunate because, again, just looking at the seed and the PB, I'm looking at a 36 and thinking, okay, I'm going to come into this by World 3. I'm going to be enough ahead that I'm just going to try and PB. And just, I never got ahead in that first race until FY2. I planned to go for wings, fast forward, everything, and I was just, ooh, you made it so tough. So tough.
Yeah, my end game is pretty trash. I don't know fast forward. I don't know fast Vob 2, really. So
it's taken me longer to learn it than I should. Just, I don't know, laziness, something. But it's been a lot of fun. Somehow I kept my nerve together, so that's what I'm happy with. Just a good race mentality. And we all played well, except Clips. Clips were unthinkably bad.
yeah, thanks for the race. Thanks for running the tournament. Thanks for commentary, you guys.
No problem.
Thanks for joining the tournament.
Oh,
Any
yeah,
thanks for
future
joining.
plans for SMW?
I wanted to de-rust 96 again and try to get the sub 130, but
Ooh,
who knows?
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, you've got it. And even looking at your 96, I was thinking, yeah, this guy definitely knows what he's talking about. Sorry, I said that so impersonally, but yeah, like, you're pretty good. So
Thanks.
I guess whenever we have the next one, you'll do well.
Yeah, hopefully. I know the strats. It's putting it together for 40 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hopefully less than 40 minutes.
Yeah, hopefully less.
Ideally.
True. I don't need to do a foul check, do I? 31 exits. Looks good.
All right,
yeah,
now run
so
at 310.
I believe I'm going to be playing the winner of Stu and Dunkel, maybe.
That is correct.
Yeah, we were discussing that when we brought you in.
I mean, if I'm going by percentages alone, it looks like I'll be facing Stu. Yeah, that's going to be super, super close. I'm going to be controversial here and actually feel like I believe I've got the edge. But Stu is amazing at 96. But I think overall in races, I've maybe got a chance. But we'll have to see what strats I need to do. May have to go for everything. We'll see.
Well, whatever matchup you get, we look forward to seeing that race later on in the tournament. Congratulations on advancing, and unfortunate that we have to lose someone at every round, but Dark Magician, of course, is eliminated, and thank you, of course, Dark Magician, for participating in the tournament. It was nice to have you in the tournament as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, congrats again, and you held my feet to the fire. I was bricking it quite a lot of that run, so that first run. And even that second run, you were ahead out of Castle 2, because I just refused to go for the spring. I was like, you know what, I'll pass up in the 5 seconds instead of losing 14 seconds to a stupid cycle. But, you know, I should be going for it. I know I should be going for it. It's just also easy to miss sometimes. If you're bad. But yes, thanks so much to commentary, thanks so much to Speed Gaming. It's been a lot of fun. And I look forward to turning up in the next round.
Okay, and with that said, I think we're almost at the point where we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. So thank you again to both runners for the run. I just want to, and thank you to all the runners, I should say, by the way, who took part today as well. We had a number of races all on this sequence of races today, and thanks to every single one of the runners who took part. Congratulations to everyone who advanced, and to those who didn't. I know that we saw Mystical Classic James eliminate earlier this evening when I was on the mic as well. And or did I say Mystical? Mistaken, I'm thinking of. Sorry, Mistaken and Classic James were eliminated, and they both gave it a good run as well. So, to those who didn't progress in the tournament, thank you for taking part, and good runs all the same, and good competition. Look forward to seeing you in future tournaments. I want to cover. Go ahead.
Actually, you feel free first. Go ahead.
I was just going to cover the other scheduled events on the channel. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Well, I'm just double checking. I'd asked a couple of people earlier how we'd wanted to do interviews afterwards, but I'll give 1 or 2 minutes for replies. I think we might have a couple of people wishing to join us, but if not, that's okay. But go ahead.
I'll let you figure that out. I'll go ahead and I'll cover the schedule in the meantime for those who are still here and want to know what else they can watch here. Sorry?
Oh, I was just backing up what you were saying. Yeah, there's a lot coming up, especially tomorrow.
Yeah, there's actually a race that's just starting for Super Metroid Plus Link to the Past Randomizer. If you've never seen, actually, I take that back. That's already on. That started at 10:30. A little confusing when you're looking at the top of a new day and figuring out what's already on, what's just starting.
Always funny.
Yeah, so that race is about an hour and a half in right now. So you're going to find there's still about another hour and a half to go on that race. If you want to see what it's like, go check it out. If you've ever seen Super Metroid Randomizer or just Link to the Past Randomizer, the latter are very, very popular around here especially. If you've ever seen those, watch them get combined and watch everything shuffled around in both worlds. Book of Medora down in the Morph Ball spot. Morph Ball could be over in I've actually heard of it being on the pedestal before in Link to the Past. So you can find everything shuffled around in really weird, wacky ways, and that can be a treat to watch. I've called a couple of those myself, and they're a riot to see some of the combinations in there. So go check that out if you want this evening. That's on Speed Gaming 2 right now. We also have the NGR Marathon going on, the Winter 2018 NGR Marathon. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I'm looking at the schedule, and it seems that it's going on for at least the next, I want to say for most of the week. Well, no, I take that back because now it's just updated. It looks like it goes through Monday, sometime on Monday. I don't know. I think the exact ending time is Monday at 2 a.m. So that's going to be on all weekend. Go check that out on Speed Gaming 4. In terms of other events on tomorrow, there's a Classic Sonic Relay Showcase going on tomorrow at 9 o'clock on the main channel, this channel. There's another Super Metroid Link to the Past Randomizer at 10:30 tomorrow. The Messenger is on at 1 p.m. on Speed Gaming 2. Super Mario World, a race in this tournament. I'll cover those in more detail again right after this. You can also find the Super Mario Odyssey Darker Side tournament going on as well. And if you want the information on those and other events on the schedule, go to speedgaming.org/schedule. Or you can type !schedule in chat. That will also get your information on this tournament, which is also found at speedgaming.org/SMW. Other races in this tournament tomorrow are Delca MX, Sonic F, Umari, and Rems at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, for those of you overseas, that's in 14 hours from the time I'm talking about this. If you're watching this on our YouTube playlist, it's probably going to come after this video in the playlist. So just look in the playlist, you'll find it there. Dunko Goke, I might say that wrong, and Stu are at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Mike the Pone Star and Durwood are at 6 o'clock tomorrow. And if it turns out that the first of those goes to 3 games, you might see those 2 races merge, just like this broadcast was bringing people in out all evening as well. So you might see those merge at 6 o'clock as well. So keep an eye out for those 4 matchups tomorrow. On Sunday, we have Fitz 1889 and Blue Saint, mostly SMW and Sliverson. Those are both going on Monday afternoon, or Sunday afternoon rather, 2 o'clock and 3. Yeah, both at 2 o'clock. And we have it on the schedule as well, Sten versus Milani a little bit down the road here in about a week. So check all those out when those races come on, and stay tuned for those. Do we have other people in here to chat, Ben?
No, I think we're good to wrap up.
Okay.
It's obviously been quite a few hours since we've started, so yeah.
Yep, I've only been on for the last few races myself. I know it's been a very long set of races today, very successful set of races too. So again, congratulations to all the runners, win or lose, great races. And with that said, Sten, since you were my last co-com going through the end here, any last words from you?
No, I don't think I got anything. Watch the tournament; it will be good.
I agree. It's been a lot of fun. I can't wait for all of the rest of it. Definitely get back tomorrow and see those matches. They're going to be super close, and we've got a couple of big players as well. So, thanks for having us again. It's been awesome.
And we look forward to seeing more of the tournament in the coming days. Those matches I talked about, stay tuned. Watch them. If you're on our YouTube playlist, they're coming up. Look in the playlist. Pick one. They're on. Enjoy them when you see them. With that said, let's wrap it up. And for Sten, I am Cyclone, and we've been joined by Ben SMW and Dark Magician in the interview segment here. So good night to everyone. Stay tuned for more SMW tomorrow, and the final word of the day is "or."